Okay, it looks like I'm ready. Some days are better than others with this video camera. Anyway, we are going to work on this pattern here. It's a very steampunk pattern called Ventus, and it's this part right here. So it looks like we just start with a circle, put another circle around it, a third circle further out, some dots around that middle line, some V shapes, and then it comes together with the magic of shading, and then this extra bit around the outside. Very steampunky, and so I'll put one or two on my tile and do something around the outside of it to go along with it. It doesn't have to be perfectly circular. My circles are usually not very circular. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit with pencil though, just so that in case I want to change the size a little. I'm going to do two of them. Yeah, I think I'm going to do two of them. Maybe I want three. No, I think I just want two. Okay, so I'm just going to go around here. I know it shows it starting in the middle, but I want that size the way it is right there, and I can go backwards and go through to the middle. So we want one that's right in the middle, and then one that's a little further out. And there's also going to be one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that. And you will notice that they are not even close to being smooth. I noticed that kind of didn't come out good, but that's alright. And then go around and make dots. You need, you don't even need an even number of dots. You just need dots here as sort of a landing point. I'm going to do 6 on that one, and I'm going to do 7 on that one, just to see what it looks like with an even or an odd number. And then we want to make a V shape going to that dot. Looks like it's a relatively simple tangle to do. Probably won't take too long, I hope. Alright, so something like that, and I'm going to do that here. Make sure you turn your tile so that you're doing whatever's easiest for you, for your hand, to make these V shapes. Don't twist your wrist or do funky things with your hand. Okay, something like that. I'm going to fill in those dark spots, but I'm going to switch over to a bigger nib pen so it doesn't take so long to fill in. Fill in these V's. zone, doing some color in. I was kind of looking online to see who else might have videos of how to draw tangle on black tiles, and the difference on how your white pens and the different pencils and mediums that you might use using a black tile compared to a white tile. I wanted to see what kind of tutorials and things were out there in the YouTube universe, and there isn't much. So I'm going to be kind of on my own when I get to my black tile. Don't think I'll be able to do it this week. I'm not going to have time the rest of this week. Maybe the beginning of next week when I have my day off. I think my day off is Monday. Not that I don't have another day off during the week. I do have 2 days off during the week, but usually there's only 1 day off during my week that I am home alone. The other day is family day, and that's just not a day for doing videos. I might draw that day. My family's so used to me just picking up a pen and drawing anytime, anywhere, but it's not a video day. So that's basically all there is to this tangle. It comes to life, it appears, when you shade it, and you want to shade all on one side. So I'm just going to pick a side. I'm going to choose this side and do right up against here. You want to make it dark. I actually might change to my darker pencil. Excuse me. I'll change to my 3B instead of my HB pencil, just so I have a little bit more control of how dark this is. I want it dark on this one side, but I don't want to put a lot down, because I know with this softer pencil it's actually putting a lot of graphite on the page, and I can pull a lot of color out. So I'm just putting it right on the edge, and I'll pull it out with the blending stump. That one ended up pretty straight. It wasn't intended. It should be more triangular, but whatever. Same thing on here. I'm going to just go on these sides. Same side on all of them. There we go. And then use my stump and get this shaded. I've had a couple of different people ask questions on my video in Spanish. What is this that I'm using, this blending stump? I don't know the name for it in Spanish. If anybody does know the name for it in Spanish, if you could let me know so that I could let them know, I would really appreciate it. Do a little bit of shading right there. But look at how that totally, you can tell the difference between one to the other. This is so flat, and this one definitely looks like it's some sort of fan blade in some kind of vent. Thus, I'm assuming the name Ventus. It sure does make a difference to blend that out, and then those blades look like they've tilted. You get the shadow, you get the highlights. Really cool. I like it. But it's definitely something that goes in a more steampunky type of drawing. So I'm going to just build myself a world around this that is that type. I want to put some dots around, simulating like rivets. That's kind of the classic steampunk look, is this sort of riveted thing. Pen's a little wonky. It's making not such good little dots. I don't know. And go around like that. And I think I'm going to make some sort of shroud around here. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. I'll go like that. And I think behind, I'm just going to put some like steel plates. So I'm just going to make some random horizontals and verticals. Something like this. Maybe here. And maybe across the bottom. And there. And there. Here perhaps. Something skinny. Something just there. And just there. Yeah, that's better. Should have had some more random bits like that. Something like that. And then I'm just going to do some rivets around each of these little plates. Maybe make one that's more like that. I'm not going to rivet all of them, just some of them. Perhaps another something that goes maybe with a latch or something. There we go. There's like a hatch with an opening. Just to do something. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Just doing something different. Something like that. Couple more rivets, bigger ones maybe. Give it something different than that, and then just give it a little bit of shading, and there you have some sort of steampunky thing happening. Let me just shade one side and make it this side so it's darker on this side and on that side, and then I'm just going to do the bottom and the side of that, each of those plates, just a couple of them. Doesn't have to be all of them. Maybe the ones that I did here. This kind of needs to be overlapped right there. I think it needs a little something something. Same thing here. Like that. And get a little dusting of shadow, shading. Makes that pop up from that. Things recede, some pop out, depending on how you shade. Give us a nice big deep shadow. That Ventus is really sticking out from this wall. There you go. That looks cool. I like it. I'll put my signature in there somewhere. And this is the pattern Ventus. Ventus. I think that will do it. Easy peasy.